in terms of re-educating horses, and Ringo is very consistent in his defensiveness towards human pressure, meaning he felt pressure and he'd try and push through it or drag through it. And, you know, just feeling from his leading, I could tell that he would pull on the reins of the bridle and drag the rider around. When I start to reintroduce things to prepare for the ride, with horses that are very defensive, well, for lots of different horses, but certainly for horses that are very defensive, I tend to use my side pull. And so the side pull has one rein that's attached on either side so that there's a very clear left and right. And if you notice, there's no bit. And a big key in the side pull is that it must fit correctly. So I find that there's lots of different types of side pulls, a lot of cheap ones out there with lacking quality tack, severe nose pieces. So this is not supposed to be a leverage device. This is a flat and it's a thick nose piece, if you will. And also that these cheek pieces can slide. So this piece of leather is not stitched into the nose piece. It actually can slide, which affects how and where the cheek placement, or this is along the horse's cheekbone and placement. I find a lot of these, this piece is stitched really far towards the center of the nose piece, and then this piece is drawn really close to the horse's eye. So anyway, so just my personal preference. Unfortunately, this was made about 60 years ago, and I have been having a very difficult time finding quality leather workers who want to take the time to make it and who can do so with quality. I had a couple that were made for me that just weren't quite the same as this one. So anyways, I'm going to share reintroducing this to, or I guess introducing this version of a bridle for the first time to Ringo, and kind of how I change up the horse's level responsiveness, their understanding of rein pressure, addressing where there's holes in defensiveness, and all those sort of good things that we need for tools to have clear and quality communication. So in looking how this sits, we want this circle piece to be flat on his cheekbone. We don't want it resting down here on the kind of end of his cheekbone where it can be tilting. We also don't want the nose piece too tight. The throat latch is going to fit the same as it normally would, with space for them to breathe. The brow band should be wide enough it's not pushing on his ears or creating unnecessary pressure. He still has concern when I touch his nose, so we just play with these moments. And he lets it go, and I remove my hand. That would be a deer. He's learned lots about deer.